Okay, ladies, welcome to our yoga class today. I want to start off class just sitting in your space, whether you're sitting in a chair or on your mat already. We're going to take 5 deep breaths. If I invite you to close your eyes just to get grounded in your space, in your body. Forget anything that happened this morning or today, or anything that needs to still be done today, and just get present. So with that, let's breathe and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take 3 more breaths on your own. And in this stillness, since we are working with crystals today, if you'd like to bring them into your hands, just take a moment to feel the energy of your crystals. Now is a good time to ask yourself, what is your intention for your yoga class today? And when it comes to you, you can say it in an affirmative sentence. My intention for my yoga class today is, and fill in the rest of the sentence. Your answer may be a word, it may be a whole sentence. Once your intention comes to you, you may flutter your eyes open. Just to offer up, if no one has an intention coming to them, sometimes your intention is to discover and for it to be curious and for it to come to you later, for you to be open. Mine was balance. That's what the word that came to me today. So if you have your journal, let's write that down. My intention for my yoga class today is, and write down whatever it is. So now is our time for some journaling. And then the next question we're going to write down or answer is, how do I feel today? Just check in. How do I feel today? About 30 more seconds of writing on this topic. How do I feel today? Maybe you already feel how you want to feel. Maybe you don't. I don't know where you're at today. The next question is, how do I want to feel today? So if you're already feeling how you want, just keep writing more. I want to feel this, and set that intention, gather that energy. We're going to harness all these things into our crystals today. How do I want to feel today? Transitioning into the next writing topic. And as you're wrapping up your writing, we'll talk about this for just a moment. I invite you later on today to come back to your journal and read what you wrote and see, did you feel the way you wanted to feel today? And you can even ask yourself in the evening, how do I feel about my day now as I'm ending my day? And a journaling prompt before you go to bed, and possibly even adding in, what am I grateful for today? We won't do that now since we're about to do yoga, but something to do, with this journal even later on today. The next thing we're going to do is just check in. We're doing if you've been in my class, and when I've done this before, it's the line. You do a vertical line and then a horizontal line, and we write the letters for pies, P-I know you probably cannot see what I'm writing, but P-I-E-S, in each box a P and an I and an E and an S, and that stands for physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. So we can ask ourselves, let's go through this together. What does my physical body need today? And just take a moment to check in for that box. What does my physical body need today? And whatever comes to you, you can write in that box. And then for the next one, what does my intellectual body need today? So what does that mean? Do you need to read a book? Do you need to practice forgiveness? Do you need to, what is it? It could be a lot of different things. Do you need to write? What does my intellectual body need today? Sometimes the things that come to me when I ask that question, I don't even know what it means. Light came to me. What does that mean? I'm going to discover it later. Just writing it down opens the pathways for the universe to start directing me to fulfill these needs that my sides of my body need, to feel whole, to feel complete, to feel inspired and grounded. Next, we ask ourselves, what does my emotional body need today? And write whatever comes to you down in that space. And lastly, what does my spiritual body need today? And when it comes to you, you can write it in that space. So you also have this little chart to refer to as a goal to get those sides of yourself met today. And try to do all those things that your body, your mind, your spirit, they're asking for. Okay, great. So the next thing we're going to do is work with our crystals. But before we do that, I want to just read something. I read this in a book today. You don't have to be Christian or anything. I grew up Christian, but I'm more spiritual. However, I like to read different people's perspectives just to hear, what is it like for a Muslim? What is it like for a Jewish person? What is it like for Hindu, So this is a Christian woman who's writing this book. She was a daughter of a pastor. And it's just 2 paragraphs I'm going to read. The book is called Confessions of a High-Strung Woman by Abby Walker. My friend read it, and so I thought, let me see what it's about. She liked it, and I usually like the things that she reads. This, reminded me of kind of like codependency, and also just as us being all women here, something that a lot of women might experience, which is dimming our light, not putting our priorities first, letting what other people think sway how we act or change our desires and wants, for other people, or what we think will get us accepted. So from the words of a Christian woman, here are her words. It's chapter 5, That'll Preach. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds, Albert Einstein. Okay, so that's just the preface. Finding freedom from the expectations and pressures of others is paramount in the life of a high-strung woman. Just some backstory. She calls a high-strung woman somebody who has like a lot of emotions, and she was told as a child, like, calm down, quiet child. Why do you have to be so emotional and loud and, like high-strung? That's what she calls it. If we don't relentlessly pursue and live out this radical freedom from what others think of us, we will be stuck in a frustrating cycle. We will take one step forward toward our true selves, and when it's not met with approval, we'll take 2 steps back, apologizing for who we are. God used 2 very important things in my life to free me of this heaviness of other people's expectations and opinions. First, I finally realized that the church ladies or anyone else who felt the need to criticize my personality, spirit, or life choices at the moment could just take their concerns straight on to the good Lord himself. So with that just short reading, I thought about all the times that I tried to do something I wanted to do, and then there was resistance in the world or something, and then I just went back to my little shell and didn't shine my light bright and share it with others, or do my passions because somebody didn't like it, or somebody had an opinion about it, or something difficult happened when I started to work towards it. That one step forward, two steps back. Now I'm not in that place anymore. However, I know what it's like to be there, and really just letting other people be responsible for their own opinions, their own lives, is just, it's so freeing. So with that, I'm going to stand up and grab my crystals. Just some food for thought. How can we surrender other people's opinions, other people's judgments of us, and be more of our true authentic selves? And hopefully on our mats today, in our yoga practice today, we can cultivate that truth, the self-truth, honoring ourselves, honoring who we are. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to say an affirmation with one hand. So if you do have them in your hands, you can do this, and it kind of involves your body a little. So let's just kind of warm up our shoulders a little bit, so that we don't pull anything, as we're doing this movement, because if you're not warmed up and it's cold, it's winter, the season that we're all in, so just kind of waking up your back. We're doing whatever you want intuitively, but I'm kind of doing like a little cat-cow and shoulder rolls. Just move intuitively right now. It's a nice time to get in touch with your intuition. If you want to move your neck a little, you can. And this is the movement we're going to be doing, is with the affirmation, we're pulling in the crystal, and then the other arm, we're pulling it in. And we're using our muscles, we're activating our bodies in this movement. So for example, this came to me last week, with the affirmation, I am calm and grounded, I am confident and powerful. So if you want to try those with me, you can, and then we will do your own intuitive ones afterwards. So just hanging out, and then it's almost like we're programming it into the stone, but we're also programming it into our body with the movement and the affirmation. So I am calm and grounded. I am confident and powerful. Feel that in your body. See what it feels like. What does it feel like to hold these stones, to hold this position and have this movement in your body, the muscle engagement? Again, I am calm and grounded. I am confident and powerful. I am calm and grounded. I am confident and powerful. Now, it came to me to try it with crystals, but then I said, well, what happens if I put them down? And I do the same movement, same affirmation. There is energy in the palms of your hands. We've talked about the 7 chakras. There are energy centers in your hands. So you can do it without the crystal. I am grounded and calm. I am confident and powerful. And I still feel as powerful as I do without the crystals. So I am grounded and calm. I am confident and powerful. I am grounded and calm. I am confident and powerful. So that's my gift to you, ladies who are here. Just anything that you need to feel, anything that you find or that you want to feel. So for example, in my own writing, how do I want to feel today? So we're gonna have some time for you to also practice this with and without crystals, if you have crystals. So how do I wanna feel today? I wanna feel connected, inspired, purposeful, talented, and ignited. I want to feel abundant, energetic, like I'm learning, growing, and achieving. I want to feel welcoming and open-hearted. So I'm going to take, I feel connected and inspired. I feel welcoming and open-hearted. So for example, with mine, I feel connected and inspired. I feel welcoming and open-hearted. And it feels so good. So I want to take that with me throughout my day. I'm going to mute myself. Hopefully the music still plays. If not, it's okay to do it in silence. Try your own. Play around with this technique. if you have crystals with them and without them. Have fun. And you can try more than one with lots of different affirmations. I'm going to take my sweater off so we can get started with the movement. Okay, we're going to start standing on our mats today since I think some of you are already standing. And I'm so excited after class, after this recording stops, I want to hear what you guys came up with. If you want to share about your affirmations or how it felt for you with the crystals and without. So I've been using this technique, just came to me one day. I said, I'm going to try this. No one taught it to me. And I've been using it when I need like a little energetic boost, like, oh, I feel energetic and I feel useful, like whatever it is. And adding that to my affirmations has just added an extra layer of, I got this. I can do anything I put my mind to. So let's, on an inhale, raise our arms up. Palms touch. Let's press our palms into each other and just really stretch tall. Up, 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 and then stretch. I'm going to go to my right, but do whatever side you like. I know that this is not being mirrored right now, so it might look like I'm going to my left if you're mirroring me, which is fine. And on the inhale, come up. Let's press our palms together again. Hold that engagement. Stretch to the other side on the exhale. Coming up on an inhale. Nice stretch long, moving our hip to the wall, our hands to the other side, stretching out our sides on the exhale, coming up on an inhale, and other side, stretch, 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 exhale, get all the air out, coming up on an inhale, great. The next exhale, let's start to fall forward, have your core engaged, make sure you're protecting your back, and when your hands touch, you can separate your palms, let your fingertips drag on the floor, bend your knees if you need to. Maybe start walking it out, bending one leg and the other. Your hips are dancing in the air. And let's walk our feet heel toe so that they're a little more than hips distance apart. And if you like, you can grab your elbows, hang out, and then start to just sway from side to side. Finding some stillness. Palms can touch the ground and heel toe your feet together again. Hanging out here. I am going to take my socks off. For some reason they are bothering me today. Go away, socks. Okay, so we're hanging out, and then let's bring our palms to touch again the way we came down. We're going to reverse and use our core and our muscles to slowly, supportedly come up, rising up, 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 high, stretch up, and then we're going to take this into a movement. So feet coming out. I think we might have talked about this once in our group. Elephant breathing. I talked about kids yoga, and this is one of the moves I got in kids yoga, but it's a good movement and it's kind of fun sometimes just to bring some playfulness and innocence into your practice. So we're pretending these arms are our trunk, and if you want to watch just one time, when we come down, we exhale. Oh no, my AirPods are coming out. And we can bring our hands through our legs, and then we come up on an inhale. And if you even want to make a noise on the way down, like a horse. Actually, mine sounds like a horse. that can get out so much pent-up energy just playing around making noise. So inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down, and if you want to make some silly noise, get out your energy, get out your stress, and play, please feel free to do so. So inhale on the way up, exhaling. Inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. Inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. Inhale on the way up. Let's bring our feet to touch and exhale, hands to the side. I feel so thankful that I get to teach kids yoga because I learn these things that actually are fun for adults that I don't find happens in a lot of adult yoga classes. Great. Okay, so let us be a little wider than hip width apart. Turn our right foot forward. Our left foot is going to turn inward slightly. And we're in this position, hands up again. Let's bring our arms to the ground. This is pyramid. We did this in my third eye class. And just stretch. If you need to bend your knees, you can. We're hanging out in pyramid, stretching. Let's bring our palms to frame the front of our foot and then bend our front knee into a low lunge. Just find your comfortable position where you feel sturdy. We will come up in a moment from this. So you want your base to be strong. See if you can, if you need blocks, also an option. If being on the floor is too much work or a little challenging, blocks can help. So from here, see if you can lift up to your fingertips. So you're engaged, you're using your leg muscles. And then from here, can you start to rise into a crescent lunge position? Maybe you feel the fire burning in your front thigh. That's good, use it. Now come up, straighten your front leg, and coming back down into a pyramid position. We can frame our foot or put our hands on blocks. We're going to do a couple of these rounds. Inhale here, exhale. The next inhale, let's bend our front knee and raise our arms up into crescent. Exhale. Inhale here, exhale. Inhale. The next exhale, push up and come fall forward into pyramid. Realize my back foot my heel was lifted. I stayed in the crescent kind of position a little bit. Whether your heel is up or down, find the position that's comfortable for you. Generally in pyramid, our back heel is down. But with this flow, you might find that your heel is lifted at some points. Because in crescent, our heel is lifted. Keep breathing, stretching. Bending our front knee, stepping back with the back leg so we can get into a low lunge. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale and exhale, coming up into crescent. Hanging out here for a couple breaths. Feeling our leg muscles working. You are strong, you are powerful. The next exhale, come up. Let's walk forward into our front leg, balancing, and if you can, lift your back leg. Balancing, balancing. One more breath. Exhale, feet come together, standing tall. Forward fold, let's touch the ground if you can. Walking out your legs. Stretching out, you just did a lot of work. And coming up. Resetting for the other side. Feet hip width. Left foot turns forward, right foot turns in slightly. Palms come to the sky. And falling forward for pyramid pose. If you want to take blocks or whatever variation you took on the other side, feel free. Sometimes one side is more flexible than the other. Inhale. Exhale. relax in this pose for a moment. Let your body know and your nervous system know that you are safe, that any work you do here is helpful. And once again, you are safe. Bending the front knee and bringing our right foot back, heel up. We're in a low lunge position. Inhale. Exhale. Bring some mindfulness into the back leg and the front of that hip, your front hip flexor. See if you can find just a little more stretch in that area. Do you get a little lower, or do you add some engagement into the thigh muscles to get some stretch there? Maybe you rock side to side a little. Then find a steady base. Make sure your leg muscles are engaged, your glutes are activated. Rising up into a low crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, coming up. We're standing and falling forward into your pyramid. If you want to walk your back leg in to hang out here, you can, to be able to lower your heel. On the next inhale, let's bend our front leg. Walk the back foot back for a low lunge. The next inhale, rise. Holding this position for a couple of breaths. Nice and strong. From the beginning of class, we had those affirmations. I am calm and grounded. I am confident and powerful. Standing up straight, we can fall forward into pyramid, bringing in our back leg, hanging out here for a couple breaths. Just one more round of this before we do a balancing pose. With every movement getting stronger. With every moment inviting the energy to flow in our body and waking up every cell of our bodies. Stepping back into a low lunge. Inhale. Nice, enjoy the stretch. On the next inhale, we rise into a crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, starting to step forward, straighten your front leg and balance. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. If you lose your balance, just get right back up. Standing up. And forward fold. Stretching out. Feel free to walk out your legs. Maybe you find some stillness. Coming up. Hands touch. Palms to your heart. Close your eyes and just check in with your body. What was your intention for your yoga class today? Tuning back into our intention, feeling our heartbeat within our chest. Maybe taking a moment of gratitude for showing up here today, for working out your body. Next, we will come into a chair pose. So bending our legs, bringing our palms up to the sky, hands by our ears. Let's hold this chair for 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths on your own. On your last inhale, let's rise. Palms come to the side. And let's find our mats. We can come into a tabletop position. Do some cat-cows. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, cat. Go ahead and take 5 to 10 more rounds of this on your own. If you start to find you want to roll your cat-cows or do any other intuitive movements, please feel free. Listen to your body. Explore your cat-cows. Great. Let's come back into a child's pose. Forehead comes to the ground and your hips near your heels. First child's pose of class. Just enjoy it. Tune into your own body, your own consciousness, and your own spirit. In this meditative resting pose, maybe you can ask yourself, what is something that is my truth that I've not been letting come to the surface, that I've not been acting on for fear of what others may think? How can I honor my truth, my desires, my wants more? The more I honor that, the more whole I feel. Walking our arms to the left, just stretching out our side body a little, still in child's pose. Let's take a nice inhale here, expanding the sides of our body, and exhale, fall. Walking back to the center, you can walk to the other side. Nice inhale, feel the side body stretch, your rib cage expands on the inhale. Exhaling back to the middle and coming up. Let's untuck our feet, bring them forward into a forward fold. You can walk our hands forward. You can grab your calves, your ankles, bottoms of your feet. I'm grabbing my ankles right now, stretching our backs long. Inhale. Exhaling my chest a little closer. You can also grab your big toes with your 2 front fingers if you want to do that. In this position, we use our bicep muscles to start to pull ourselves forward. Inhale, long back. Exhale, bring your chest a little closer. Sometimes people even need to bend their legs in this position. Their hamstrings are really tight, so if you need to bend your knees, that's okay. Trust your position, trust your progress. Inhale. Exhale. And if you want to just relax and stop some of that engagement, just to let some of the energy go and flow, maybe you rock your hips side to side. Coming into a wide butterfly, or with our legs a little further forward. We can grab our feet or our ankles and coming forward for a stretch. When we stretch like this, as opposed to when our feet are close to our perineum, we feel more of a stretch in our outer hips than our inner hips. So just hang out here, enjoy whatever you feel. It's a nice, safe, grounding, relaxing pose here. It's good for anxiety and stress, just to calm down. You can even put a pillow in between your head and your feet to just allow yourself to sink in and relax into this position more. Coming up, we can bring our feet closer now and observe the difference. Let's bat our butterfly wings a little bit, lubricate our joints, and then starting to come forward with a straight back. Feeling that stretch. It's very different than when our feet are out. Like I said, you might feel it more in your inner thighs. And depending on how your body feels today, you may feel it in other places too. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Nice, gentle, loving stretches. Inhale. Exhale. Coming up, let's do our cow face pose. So we stack our knees, bottom one pointing forward, front leg on top, feet resting by our hips. You'll notice a lot of stretching in your hips, especially the top leg. And with this, we can come up. You could have your hands neutral, or you could choose to clasp them behind you. That's the version I'm gonna take. So inhaling, right arm up behind my back, left arm comes back to clasp. You could use a rope if you want to clasp, or if your hands are not clasping, just as close as they can get. Inhaling up. Long exhaling, starting to lean forward and just enjoying this stretch, enjoying the challenge, breathing through any discomfort, because we are definitely twisted up in this pose. So there might be discomfort in the shoulders, in the hips. Just breathe. We're constricting some of the blood flow so that when we unbind, all the energy rushes through, fresh blood comes into our ligaments and joints. Two more breaths on your own here. Let's come up, unbind your arms first, nice and slowly, and then you could switch your legs. Resetting, my right leg is on the bottom now, left leg on top. This time, left arm comes up and behind, right arm comes behind from underneath. Like for me, this is harder for me when my right arm is on the bottom. I'm right-handed. My fingertips are not touching at this time, but they're close. So inhaling, long back, straight back, and starting to lean forward. Even right now, my knees are not quite stacked. I'm going to reset my pose. I was just looking at my form. I want my knees stacked a little more. Yeah, they're not today this side. It doesn't want to twist as much. So acceptance, surrender, even if our poses don't look the way we think they should. Our body is going through something. Find your stretch. I did go to the gym and do weights for the first time in several months. So my body may be a little tight today. It's definitely a little sore. Sore in a good way. It feels good to challenge myself, you know. It's not pushing in an unhealthy way. It's not obsessing about my body image. It's just wanting to feel strong, wanting to feel healthy, and feeling that way because of the work I'm doing. Inhale, exhale. In yoga, we hold these poses that can be uncomfortable, and it teaches us to sit through discomfort off the mat, difficult emotions, feelings that are hard to process, or things that are hard to do, like speaking up for ourselves can be hard to do, become easier because we did hard things while we were on our mat today. And we breathe through it. One more deep breath. Exhale, stretch a little more, and on the inhale, we rise. Let's take a couple of lion's breaths. Find an easy sitting pose if you want to shake out your legs for a minute before we sit back down. So if you've done lion's pose before, lion's breath, we stick our tongues out. And this stretches the back of your tongue, and as a result, it actually stretches out your neck. It releases a lot of stress and energy from our bodies. If you have crystals that can fit in your hands, let's invite them into this practice, this lion's breath. We can hold it in our hands and just let it give us that extra energy to relieve stress, to let go, and to feel fierce. To feel fierce and powerful and energetic to go for our dreams, our wants, our desires, our wishes, and get them fulfilled. It's about to be the end of the year. Let's manifest our dream lives. Just if we already are living our dream life, then just getting better and better. So with that in mind, let's inhale. And then with our lion's breath, exhale anything that no longer serves us. Inhale. Lion's breath. Really stretching your tongue out. Inhale, lion's breath. 2 more of those. Another one. Lovely. Setting your crystals down. Start to rotate our head from shoulder to shoulder. If you want to do full circles, you could start doing those gently. Switching sides. And then ever so gently, just start walking your hands forward. From this position, let's drag our hands on the ground towards the right. And when they can't drag anymore, the hand that's in the front will start to lift off. And we open up into a very open-hearted position. Then our other arm comes forward, starting to complete the circle as we drag our fingertips on the floor. Using the slight pressure of your fingertips on the floor to give you a little more stretch in the upper back, in the lower back. Let it be easy, let it be juicy, let it feel good. Take it at your own pace. You can even close your eyes and just feel the movement once you get the hang of it. No need to look at me or what I'm doing or what anybody else is doing. Trust yourself. We'll be here for a few more breaths. Maybe checking in with your intention for class. Again, just reminding yourself of it. And when you're ready, we'll switch directions. Taking our time on the other side too, dragging your fingertips across the floor. Letting that make you feel grounded. That contact with the ground. One affirmation I like is I have all the time in the world, and then I purposefully go even slower just to show the universe that I know I have enough time to do everything I want to do. There is enough time for me and my wants and my goals and my desires. I have all the time in the world, and I know how to carve the time for the things I value and enjoy. And even when I feel like maybe I don't have enough time, the universe is making more space and time for me every day, showing me what deserves my attention and what doesn't. I now let go of that which no longer serves me. Nice, juicy stretches. The next time your hands come forward, you can just hang out there for a moment, stretching out your upper back. Pushing your palms into the ground will give you more engagement through your arms and then allow you to stretch a little more. Slowly coming up to a seated position. We can open our legs up into a second position or straddle position. If you want to bring pillows or a block to help you for when your forehead comes forward, you can sit up, flex your feet, and then starting to come forward. And just let your forehead touch a pillow or a block and hang out wherever is comfortable. A good stretch without sacrificing form, still challenging. And as we're here, we'll be here for 10 breaths. You can start to adjust your blocks or move them, stretching out our inner thighs. As women, we're taught to keep our legs closed, keep them together, right? So here's an opportunity where you can stretch out your inner thighs because they want to be stretched. Hanging out here, letting it be healthy for your body while also being meditative for your soul, your mind, your body, your soul. One of the kids' yoga classes that I taught, we did a chant every day where we started class with healthy mind, healthy body. I couldn't say soul because it was in a school, so I would say healthy hearts. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy heart. And then one of the kids told me the next day, he said, I went home and my mom was crying because she got in a fight with my daddy. And he said, and I told her, Mommy, try this. I learned it in my yoga class. And he rubbed his hands together and he said, Mommy, do it with me. And he put his hands on his head, healthy mind. And then hands on the hips, healthy body. Healthy heart. Okay, Mommy, do it with me again. And she started to laugh and through her tears, and she stopped crying and she hugged her son and she said, I love you so much. Thank you. And another girl, she hurt herself on the playground and she told me in class, she said, I did the healthy mind chant and I felt better. It's amazing when we tell ourselves things, how they transform us. And we're coming out of this pose now. So just gently give yourself some support and come up. Shaking out your legs. Let's do just a little bit of more work before we do our final Shavasana. So coming onto our backs, let's bring up our left knee, bringing our hands behind our head. Can we bring our right elbow to our left knee? Working out our core. I'm moving my blocks. They're kind of in the way. And then switching right knee to left elbow. So we're in a little bicycle, but slow. Switching. Let's go for a total of 10. So if you're counting per side, it's 20. But if you're counting both legs, counting as one, that's 3. Here's 4. The second half of 4. 5. This is the last thing we're doing in class, so try your best to stick with all of them. You could do it. We have 5 more. This is 1 and 2. Breathing. 3. Strong core helps us in all areas of our lives, from unpacking our car, from groceries, to walking upstairs, to dancing. Let's do one more round. Really curling in. Let's hold it on that knee. Ooh, burns. And then switching. Hold it on that knee. Ooh. And curling into a little ball. You did it. You made it. And relax into your final Shavasana. If you need to wiggle a little bit or stretch out anything before you finally rest, feel free. My dog thinks it's time to lick my face, okay? Hi, buddy. You did great today. Be proud of yourself, and hopefully you learned some new tools that you can use off the mat to help you live a better, happier, more fulfilled, more whole feeling life. Relaxing your head. The top of the scalp. Just let go of any tension in your scalp. Any tension in your temples or your forehead, your eye sockets, let them let go. Notice the back of your eyelids. You can actually see them because your eyes can still see even when your eyes are closed. You're just looking at the back of your eyelids. Relaxing your ears. Relaxing your jaw. All your tongue muscles, release and let go. Letting that relaxing sensation move down your neck and all your little neck muscles, release and let go. Allowing that melting, relaxing sensation to move into your shoulders. Release and let go of all those muscles in your arms, your biceps, your triceps, your elbows. Relax and let go. Releasing the tension in your forearms, in your wrists. Relaxation coming to the palms of your hands, the back of your hands, your fingers and your fingertips. Release and completely let go. Bringing your attention to your upper back and your chest, allowing your torso to relax and let go. The relaxation moving into your stomach area and your rib cage. Your rib cage and your stomach completely relax and let go as you take a deep inhale. Let go of any tension in the stomach area. The pelvis, allowing that area to relax with a deep inhale. Exhale, completely relaxing the pelvis, the hips, the glutes. Relaxation coming down the thighs, the fronts of the thighs, the backs of the thighs. Relax, let go. Your legs, your kneecaps settle in as the sensation of relaxation moves down your shins and your calves into your ankles, your feet, the tops of your feet. Let go, relax. Bottoms of your feet, your arches, your balls, your heels, all that lets go in relaxation as this calming, soothing, relaxing feeling goes into the tips of your toes, and you completely relax and let go in the silence of your Shavasana, the silence and the stillness. And as you're ready, find some wiggling in your fingers and toes. You roll to one side. Coming up to a seated position. If you know where your crystals are, you can have them in your hands. Otherwise, just coming up into a nice seated position. We inhale. Exhale. If you want to bring your hands to touch, mine are touching with crystals in the middle of my hands. Just thanking you all for being here today. Thank you for practicing yoga, and may you have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day and all days to come. Namaste. Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording now.